Well, the 71-72 season was an interesting time for the good old boys at NASCAR. The Big Three had pretty much pulled out of all forms of racing, which wasn't good news. Richard Petty was going to say bye-bye to the Superbirds and the big wing cars, and he was going to usher in a new era of racing, and he certainly did with this Roadrunner. In 1971 at Daytona, he won the race. Well, he went on to win another 20 times that season and finished off that season with a victory at Texas. Well, in the 72 season, he continued on where he left off in the 71 season by winning the Riverside race in 72, won another 7 times, and took his 4th championship. Well, we've just pulled this out of a major museum down here in Florida. It was a dry restored car, so we're going to give it a shot. We've poured a little fuel in it, actually sort of checked the brakes, and there's a drag strip close by that we can maybe take a couple runs. It's not going to let me know what it felt like to drive this thing at 200 miles an hour around Daytona, but I'm going to actually get to sit in the seat that Richard Petty once occupied. So obviously the car doesn't run and drive like it did in 1971, but what do you expect that many years later sitting around? The car's been beautifully restored now, but it just hasn't been exercised. But it's not really about what the car is. It's not even the fact that the car is a Hemi. It's really all about pedigree. The fact that Richard Petty, the king, raced this car in 1971, the last Hemi car to win at Daytona. It was the first time any race car driver in NASCAR had ever won $1 million. Richard Petty did it this year in 71 in this car. It's one of 6 peace sign cars, and his headrest was actually a peace sign. It goes on and on. In 72, they put the small block motor in it, and it still continued its winning ways. So what is a car like this worth? Well, it's all about history, and if you have perhaps the winningest driver with 200 victories in NASCAR, I don't think that's ever going to be duplicated again. You have obviously the fact that it was the STP car in 72. It's got so many things going for you, it's hard to put a value on, but it's got to be worth somewhere between $500 and $1 million. Watch out for these cars, they're coming on strong.